based around policies and stuff. This is an ethical movement. This is a change in the way the game is structured, you know.
It's broader.
Right. No one can say exactly what's wrong or exactly how they're going to fix it, but everyone knows right here that it's wrong.
It's set against the everyday person.
Right. And everyday people are what makes the world go round.
And they're fed up with it. They're paying the way. Really. Are you staying here?
Yeah. I've been staying here every night since was it last Monday, or was it since day after everyone got arrested? I've been staying out.
How old? Just tell me how old you are.
I'm 19.
19.
Finishing up my AA at DMAC, intending to transfer to Iowa City in the fall.
Okay.
Next fall, that is, of course. Right now, this is the first year in my life in which I've had a stove and a house and a car. I've been homeless over a dozen times. So, my mom's been a contractor. She's always been a software engineer, but since she's a contractor, you know, she gets jobs depending on the market. So this is the first year she's actually had a permanent job. But so we were never able to get an adequate house or a mortgage or anything like that before. So that's why, you know, the instability before. So I'm down here supporting everybody else, you know. Like right now, I don't have too many economic troubles in my own life for the first time, and that's kind of almost counterproductive to the whole movement for me to say, because it's like, yeah, I've had this hard life my whole life until now. So it can sound a little counterproductive, but I'm still, you know, I know that our success is more or less luck. I mean, I know my mom's a hard worker and everything, and she's always put in way more hours than she should be, but she got lucky that she ended up in the right environment in which, you know, she could be rewarded for her work ethic and actually end up with it translating to financial stability. But just in general,
what time you got me out of the house?
It's an awakening, you know. People are aware that things are messed up. And, you know, what I don't get is, personally, we built this world. Why should the whole meaning of our lives, our entire existence should not be about the accumulation of wealth, you know? That's not what I want to spend my whole life doing. So, I don't know. People, you know, aren't sure exactly what they're asking for, but structural and fundamental change, you know, complete restructuring of the game.
3 weeks after the inauguration.
I'm actually an anthropology student. I'm double majoring in anthropology and linguistics. And in my first anthropology class, there's actually, if I remember right, is a model of dialectical materialism that showed the evolution of societies, of empires. And generally speaking, you know, given their place and time and their culture, civilizations, in a broad sense, tend to develop from one end being slavery at the beginning, through feudalism, through other stages, through capitalism, and ending in socialism. And that's the thing, is capitalism is a great means of production. It's great for settling new land. It's great for building something from nothing. It's pro-growth. But the problem is, there's a certain point in which pro-growth does not work anymore. And that's once the space is all filled. Yeah, once the space is all filled, pro-growth isn't going to help us anymore. And, you know, socialism is...
law of diminishing return.
Right.
We're there.
We're past it. We're long past it. At least a decade.
Nobody's talking about sustainability. They don't know what that word means. You know, you never hear that. It's like, it's always, oh, we'll get back to.
Because he knows
Yeah.
We're going to get it back.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to
We
get
can't.
it back, man.
There's no back. We can't go back. Distance is not negative.
So much stuff out of the ground.
Right.
and
then sometime
to Iowa.
it's going to collapse.
And that's the thing. If we continue on the path of dependency on oil and even coal,
we're digging it out. We're digging it
Yeah.
out. It supports the. It supports
and it's a
the
messy
surface.
business. It's a messy business.
25, 30 years ago.
But if we continue a dependency on oil, eventually we're going to run out before we have another option. And what that's really going to impact, you know, people say, you know, oh, it's going to impact the economy and our jobs and all this stuff. More importantly, who it's going to affect first is agriculture. Most of our agriculture is driven by machines. Oil-driven machines. You know, we don't use physical labor for our farming anymore, for our agriculture. It's just not plausible.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely possible and even preferred in some places, but eventually, if we just have agriculture fall out from under us because of oil, then we're totally screwed.
Talk about wars.
Yeah. Then it's all of a sudden
we're gonna have war. We're not gonna have war over oil. We're already having war over water.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in Palestine. They're taking the water.
And that's far more important than oil.
Yeah.
We don't drink oil. We don't need that to live.
Wow, man, you're 19 years old.
Yep.
You've experienced some life.
That's true. I can say that's true.
Nice meeting you.
Well,
What's your name?
Apologies. Mine's Roger Ralph.
Roger?
Yeah.